All right, now we're going to practice using equations to graph lines. So we're going to do graphs from equations. Okay, so make sure you put today's date at the top left-hand or right-hand portion of your notes. We're just going to jump right into these. So we're going to continue what we did yesterday, where we're just practicing completing tables using equations. So let's say I gave you this equation. Y equals 2x plus 1. And I ask you to complete the table So we're going to take our x values, we're going to plug them into the equation, and then see what comes out for our y value. So here I've got 2 times negative 2 plus 1. That's negative 4. Negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. 2 times negative 1 plus 1. That's negative 2. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. 2 times 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 2 times 1 plus 1. Well, 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. And then 2 times 2 plus 1. So 2 times 2 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. So we just took our x values and we plugged them in for the x and see what comes out for y. And what we're going to do today is we're going to connect these onto a graph. So that's the whole point, is that you can use your equation to create a table, and then from the table create a graph, and all three are related. So remember, these are x and y points, so I'm going to plot these points. I've got negative 2 with negative 3. So I'm going to go over to negative 2. We start in the center, go 2 left, and down 3. Negative 1, negative 1. 0, when your 0 is first, you start on the x-axis, and then you go up 1, comma 3, and 2, comma 5. And then there's your lines. We can connect those points and make a nice line. And that's graphing an equation onto a graph. And that's it. Let's try another example. This time we'll do a fraction. So let's say I gave you the equation y equals negative 1/4 x plus 2. We'll do the same thing and make our table. Here this time we're going to use some different x values. We will use negative 8, negative 4, 0, 4, and 8. So I'm going to plug these in to this formula. So it's going to be negative 1/4 times negative 8 plus 2. So negative 1/4 times negative 8, that's positive 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Negative 1/4 times negative 4 plus 2. Negative 1/4 times negative 4, that's positive 1. And 1 plus 2 is 3. Negative 1/4 times 0 plus 2. Well, anything times 0 is 0. So this becomes 0 plus 2, which is 2. negative 1/4 times 4 plus 2. This becomes negative 1. Negative 1 plus 2 is positive 1. And then negative 1/4 times 8 plus 2. That's negative 2. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So that was plugging in our x values and seeing what comes out for our y values. And then again, now we can translate that onto a graph. And we'll plot those points. So we have negative 8, comma 4, negative 4, comma 3, 0, comma 2, 4, comma 1, and 8, comma 0. Once we have those points, you can graph them and connect them with a line. So I'm going to use a ruler this time to make it nice and straight. And we put arrows at the end of it to show that it goes on forever. And that's pretty much it. So when you're graphing an equation, you're just plugging in the values for x, coming up with some values for y, and then seeing the connection. So these things represent the same thing, they're just in different forms. So the table, the graph, and the equation are all representing the same idea, just shown in different ways. And that's what you're going to work on for your practice today, so good luck.